This is my 6th year to come to Kentucky, but I've always come as a camera guy. And Wade said, would you like to go as a hunter instead of a camera guy? And I said, of course, why wouldn't I want to? So that's the deal. I get to come to Kentucky and I get to go deer hunting. To say I'm nervous is probably an understatement. Prep-wise, lots of shooting in the backyard. If the gear's on, if something goes wrong, it's on me. And I want to know the gear's going to work. And the gear's on. So if something goes wrong, I've got nobody to blame but myself. So what makes this hunt a little more pressing, it is open and weekend here in Kentucky, but we only have 3 hunts. Committed to another shoot here at the end of the week, so if something's gonna happen for me, it's gonna have to happen pretty quick. Regardless, I get to go sit in a deer stand. So one of the stands that Wade put cameras out at, it had some deer coming to it. There were 3 bucks coming to it for sure. They were all buddies hanging out together, and one of the 3 was a shooter. Wade said, you know, if that deer comes in, he's one you ought to look at taking. Well, I mean, if Wade says it's a good deer, and I look at it, it looks like a good deer, it's a good deer. And if he comes in, that's gonna be my shot.
This top ridge right here. Oh, I'm guessing these deer are going to walk down this ridge, but who knows, they might come up this hill. It's hot. I don't know what the temperature is. I bet it's close to 90, and there is very little wind. So we're going to hunker down here and see what comes in.
In my past experience in Kentucky, we've actually had a range of conditions. Some years have been extremely hot, some years have been extremely wet. This year, it is hot, it is dry, and it's got a full moon. So to say the odds are stacked against us, I think they are a little bit, simply because the deer are not going to move till later because it's so hot. They'll move all night because we have a full moon. You know, we got to get lucky. We got to have a deer that comes out in the daylight and, you know, can give us a decent shot. I'm sitting there daydreaming for a couple hours. Don't see much moving at all. Really wasn't expecting to see anything for a while. And then Michael just say, hey, we got deer. And I look up and see where his camera's pointed. And I couldn't see him initially. I was blocked by a tree, but then I saw him, and it was the 3 bucks, the 3 buddies that Wade was talking about. And one of them was the shooter.
Hit him back. Hit him back. Sorry, dear. He's not going anywhere, but I don't want him to suffer.
Yeah.
Now, wait, get him around. I'm so dang nervous, I don't know what to do.
Right there.
I know it. It's spinning right. All right, here we go. That's where it should have gone the first time. I'm sorry, dear. I get so dang nervous, and I thought I had it under control, and when I let go, I was right where my 3rd arrow went, and I pulled it, I hit him high,
Then I totally whiffed on the second one, trying to put him out of his misery. Third one, I finally composed myself a little bit and got him. I'm at a loss for words. Every time I'm like, now I gotta practice more. I gotta practice more. And today I was drilling them. This is a lesson to everybody. When you practice, you need to practice sitting in non-conventional ways. I got 1 foot down and 1 foot up. When I pulled back, I thought I was on them, and I pulled it. People hit him high all the time. I don't want him to suffer. I hit him in the spine. He couldn't go anywhere, but I wanted to get another one in him to end that. So I'm sorry, dear, but it's, you know, that's the ethical thing to do. Is you want to try to end it as quick as possible. When you mess up a shot, and I messed up the shot, and I'm telling you, I am the poster child for buck fever. I thought I was settled, everything looked good, and when I let go, obviously, it was high. Let's go look at him. Well, here he is. Thank you, buddy. You know, what can I say? Archery is a whole different world for me. You know, I get to follow guys shooting archery all the time with a camera, and I've shot several things with my bow, but every time I come away going, I gotta work harder, I gotta do better. It is sure great to see this guy on the ground. I wish my shot would have been a little lower, but you know, we finished him off, we got him right here, and that's what matters. He's gonna look great on the wall, it's gonna be great in the freezer. It's my Kentucky buck. I don't know what else to say. I mean, a velvet buck for me, I never thought I'd do it. And
coming up next, Wade reunites with an old friend to hunt whitetail in South Texas.
We're at the Rocking U Ranch. This is a cool place. This is one of those places that as a whitetail hunter, you can dream about coming. We got your typical South Texas looking flat here. You got some, you know, prickly pears scattered around out there. You got some mesquites and some persimmons. And as you can see, we're literally sitting on several rubs. You can just kind of see the rub by that tree, by that tree, by that tree. They've destroyed that one all the way down. And look, there's an old 2-track that kind of runs back that way into a bedding area where a lot of these deer are kind of working out of, going into, you know, they've got free choice protein feeders here. They've got cottonseed feeders here. They've got big food plots. I mean, that's, you know, to grow big deer, you got to have groceries, you got to have age, you got to have good genetics. And this is one of those places they really work to provide all three. I came here fishing, I don't know, about a year ago. They've got several ponds here, and that's the first time I'd been on this property. And I was amazed at all the old giant rubs that I saw. That just kind of made me want to come back and go whitetail hunting, and here we are. A little bit later, sitting in a blackout pop-up blind, looking at a 2-track and some rubs, and hoping that something big rolls in. Deer coming in right in front of us. He's behind the cactus now. Real nervous. You know, hunting on this trip here is really cool. This is a ranch that's set up to entertain clients and take your family. I mean, it's a beautiful property. I've been fortunate to go on other places like this all across the world, and this one is one that really is immaculate. If you're entertaining clients, everybody's going to enjoy it. But on the flip side of this, I'm getting to hunt with one of my oldest friends in the hunting industry. You know, Chris Clarkson and I go back to when he's like 16 years old and I was running the 777 ranch. He was a part-time fishing guide out there, and to watch him evolve into now where he runs a lot of hunts for a lot of people and entertains and talks about the old times was really a cool aspect to this trip.
So the Rocky New Ranch is located 45 minutes south of San Antonio. We've got multiple lakes, we've got fishing, we've got hunting, probably some of the best whitetail hunting I've seen in Texas. Here at the Rocky New Ranch, we like to see people have fun. We like to see different groups come in and intermingle and everybody have a good time. We like to cater to corporate events. We're really big on getting groups out here. Bring your wife, bring your kid, bring a family, bring a business. We have meeting rooms set up for people can have meetings. At the ranch, the main lodge is where all the entertainment. We have TVs in the main lodge, bars, pool tables. Once again, just a first-class opportunity. Everybody will have their own private casita when you come out here. There's 2 bedrooms in each casita and we have 7 casitas. It makes it an intimate feeling while being a part of a big lodge. When you come to the ranch, everything's first class, maids, services, chefs, cooks, great food, and once again, great deer.
Scan the QR code on your screen and hit subscribe to our YouTube channel to watch extended cuts of our hunts and bonus content.
And so we got in the stand about an hour before official sunrise, and we're sitting in the pop-up. There's not near enough camera light. There's not near enough to do anything, and I'm starting to get pretty antsy watching some deer move around that I really don't even know what they are. The buck that we had encountered the night before that was just super wary, he kind of had moved around. There was another deer with him the night before. They were just a lot different mood this morning. You know, when you're in a bow hunting deal at that point there, it's all about the angle. It's all about trying to get the best shot. That's a good shot. I mean, the arrow didn't go all the way through. It may have hit shoulder, though. I'm not sure. We'll have to watch it back. Oh, what a big deer. I was kind of leaning back. The shot may have been low. I mean, it all happened so fast when it finally got in position to get a shot. I saw that deer and several other, and they were milling around. Running over, typically how you hunt South Texas, you throw a little corn out and he was moving and working in. The shot was 22 yards. People always wonder why we whisper, because we don't know what that deer's doing out there 100 yards at the end of the day. But man, it just didn't look like I got a lot of penetration on that deer. I don't know. I just don't know. It didn't sound like bone. I just don't know how much penetration I got on it at the end of the day. Wow, this place is phenomenal. A lot of big bucks. They manage it for big bucks. They work it hard for big deer. They try to do a lot of different things here at the end of the day. And just hope I made a good shot at the end of the day. It's a big, it just looks like a giant 8-point with a couple of little tines laying down at the front there. And it's a great deer. It's a great deer. So we'll have to, we'll sit back, we'll play the footage, we'll give it some time and kind of wait it out and see what we're dealing with. Well, we watched the video back and it's kind of like I thought. It's going to depend on the penetration. Did I hit too much bone in the shoulder to get in? I can see lighted knock and part of the arrow there. Did he break it off when he took off running? Did part of it stay in him? I mean, he ran out that way. You can see him. I mean, it's, you know, you just don't know till you get your hands on them. Okay, so here's the arrow. And it kind of as I expected or hoped. Let me back that up. You never, he broke it off. So when I hit that deer, you know, his leg went back. He broke that arrow off right there. So there's a good amount that passed inside him that's probably turning in there and tearing things up. I'm gonna grab another arrow and we'll get a sense just how much is inside him. I mean, I've hit other deer right there before, and I mean, had great luck finding them within a couple 100 yards, and I've had some that we've looked for days for. So I'm gonna measure and just get a sense of how much, and we'll give this deer some more time. All right, so this is my length of my arrows. That's what I figured, about 4 or 5 inches is how far we got into that shoulder. And you know, the broadhead would have hit. This is a Gator broadhead from Bass Pro, and it would have opened up something like that. So that much got all the way in, and then it would have broke off from there. So would have liked to get a total pass through. If I'd have been about 2 inches higher, I would have. But when you bow hunt and you jump a deer, your odds go down tremendously. We talk about that a lot in our shows. We try to get out and leave them alone for an hour and a half. And in this case, they had some nearby dogs, and I'm like, it's never gonna hurt if it's legal in your area to have extra eyes and a dog. So we called them, but in my mind, I really am played this back. I've slow motioned the shot time and time again. I feel like I blew through everything. That arrow, the broadhead had got into the heart, probably blown a lot of that stuff up. And I'm thinking that deer should be dead 100 yards. We're probably not gonna find a lot of blood. All right, so we're back out here. We call dogs in. We like to use dogs when we have any choice. It's legal here in Texas to kind of track them. The deer has ran down this direction, but we haven't picked up any sign yet at all. You can see a lot of blood coming out of that deer when we first hit him, but you know, now we gotta find some. Oh yeah, I see him right there. He didn't go hunter, so it did what we thought it did. I mean, it got into his heart and pummeled him up. I mean, that's better safe than sorry, but he didn't go 100 yards right down here. So he went around and he was spewing. Look at this buck. Man, this is a good old rocking you buck. He just crushed out and died. God, look at the body on this deer. This is a moose right here. Look at that freaking buck right there. That's a cool deer. Look at this little channel right here. He's got like 2 extra points right there. Big old heavy body deer. I can't even move him around. That's a cool deer right there. Big old body deer. When you saw him out there, we had an encounter with this deer last night. He came in and skirted us. He didn't like the way that blind looked sitting over there, and he kind of had us pegged the whole way. And then this morning he kind of came in, read the program a whole lot better than he did last night. Looks like he broke one off right there and got out there perfect. And you know, my shot, to me, I mean, it was a really good line. I was 2 inches off of where I was aiming, but you know, these bows today, they fling it in there and they do some damage quick. And we drove it all the way through his shoulder and probably got 6 inches of penetration. I hit that bone right there on the leg, you could tell, and that happens. We got him. He went about as far as we thought he was gonna go. But you know, better safe than sorry when you got access to good tracking dogs. We talk about that a lot everywhere we hunt. And cool deer, cool deer. And it was time to celebrate, get it drug out of there, sit down with a very good friend of mine that experienced a lot with, hunted with, fished with a lot, and the Rockin' U Ranch had definitely paid off for us with a big buck. And I think it's one of those places that you will enjoy hunting as well.